Joe Booney and Joe Sports Channel proudly present Respect Women 110% t-shirts. These shirts come in 4 different colors: blue, pink, green, and yellow. These shirts cost exactly $25 US and Canadian. With each purchase, $5 will be donated to the Women's Breast Cancer Research Awareness. And don't forget, every Saturday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, go to YouTube and search up Joe Sports Channel to catch up on new sports news and any special guests that may appear. And if you want to purchase more merchandise, go to joebooney48.wixsite.com/merch.
Welcome to Joe Sports Channel. You can follow me on Joe the Farting Joe on Instagram. You can follow me on Taker Devil and hashtag Joe Sports Channel. Ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls of all ages, to all the beautiful and fantastic, yes, fantastic Booney believers out there, it is November 27th, 2021, and I hope you all are having a fantastic day today. Ladies and gentlemen, due to schedule tonight, former Oakland Raider, Vegas Raider, Stuart Swigert will not be on the show tonight. We hope we can get him in the show in the near future. So Stuart Swigert is not on the show tonight. We have a lot to cover. Unfortunately, he cannot make it tonight, but we hope we can get him on the show in the near future. Guys, we have a lot to cover on tonight's show. We have an amazing person backstage, but before I bring this amazing person from backstage, I hope you all, seriously, you all are having a great day. I had a great day today. I woke up with a blessing on my shoulder, had a nice breakfast, and what I did after is I went for a walk to my grandparents' house. Before I walked to my grandparents' house, I went to Best Buy and I got myself a beautiful laptop. I treated myself to a laptop. So I had a great day, and I hope you guys had a great day as well, like Joe Booney. Guys, it's time to rumble because we have an amazing lady backstage that has been supporting Joe Booney from the first day, day in and day out. Ladies and gentlemen, from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, the one, the only, Rita. Good evening. How are you, honey?
Good evening. Thank you for having me. I'm doing really good. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to come on the show tonight. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. How was your Thanksgiving? I know you had 2 Thanksgiving this year.
It was really good. I had turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing. I had this pecan pumpkin pie with whipped cream. It was so good, delicious. I loved it. And this is the first time pecan pumpkin pie. I got it from Giant Tiger, and it was really good, Rita. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was reasonable price too. It was like $6. So I had that. It was good. I had a butterball turkey, so I put extra butter as well, so just to make it
We
more.
have to. Oh yeah. Tender, tender, tender.
Yes. How was your day? Good?
My day was really good. Really good. I had my mom and my stepfather
Mhm.
popped in while they were in town, and we had coffee and tea. And then they headed back home. So yeah, it's been a pretty good day.
Yes, and the Toronto Maple Leafs are looking pretty good the last 3 games. Last night, dominating the San Jose Sharks. And Rita, you called it. You said the Maple Leafs are going to win 4-1.
I did. At first, I said 3-1, and I know 5-1, 4-1. Hey, it was beautiful. I can't complain.
I thought it was going to be a closer game, like 3-2, 4-3, but they came out. They dominated through the whole game, like from start to finish.
If we didn't have such a good goalie there, they would have been. It would have been a closer game score wise.
For sure. Thoughts on Joseph Wall? Only lets in 1 goal in 2 games. He had a shutout against the Islanders, his first career NHL shutout, and played a solid game against the San Jose Sharks in San Jose, California.
He surprised me. Sorry, my cat's here to visit.
Okay.
He surprised me last night in the game. Like, I'm not saying he's not a good player or a good goalie. He's good, but I don't want to compare him. But the other goalkeeper is it Jack Campbell?
Yes, in Jack Campbell we trust. Yes.
Yeah. They're both good. Very good.
Well, you know what? We finally have a solid backup goalie, and we have a fabulous goaltender. Number 1, playing his heart out, Jack Campbell. And you know what? This guy is going to need a big contract in Toronto if the Leafs want to keep him. And I believe the Leafs are going to keep him. I believe if you sign him for a 5-year contract, $37.5 million on the table. This man deserves the money. He's played his heart out, and he's earned it to be in Toronto for the next 5 years. I believe so.
I hope they sign him, because if they don't, I mean, I love my Leafs, but they have to have a good goalie. Good goalies, too, because one needs a break once in a while. Willoughby.
Yeah. Well, here, I have some footage from last night, and we'll talk some more Leafs after just the footage.
Sure.
Take it.
Late night Black Friday special as the Leafs vie for their 6th consecutive road victory as they invade the SAP Center in San Jose.
But we're doing a good job of focusing in on our games and taking it 1 game at a time, 1 period at a time.
William Nylander in, scores! 32 seconds in.
We were in on a big goal together, to help the team win. So all in all, it was a solid game.
Across Liljegren, shooting, loose puck, scores! It's loose in front again, Nylander. Tavares scores!
John Tavares has just been able to make a living out of being here in front of the net.
San Jose again, Wall, again, Burns, 5 stops in under a minute.
Joe's played very well here. That sequence in the 3rd period was outstanding, his best sequence that he's had here.
And the Leafs have now got 11-2 in November. They've won 6 consecutive on the road.
32.
The commentators, what they said, 11-2. Rita.
Yes.
About a month ago, we couldn't get a win under our belt.
They needed the 1 win, and there's nothing stopping them now.
No, we don't know what losing's about anymore. All we know is about winning. And I'm not trying to jinx the Toronto Maple Leafs, but we know what they're capable of. They're capable of going out and playing 60-minute hockey.
Mm-hmm.
They've beaten the Tampa Bay Lightning. They've beaten the Boston Bruins. They've beaten the Islanders, the struggling Islanders. They proved it. They've beaten the Red Wings. they've beaten some great hockey teams. And the best game from the Toronto Maple Leafs, in my opinion, is watching that Lightning game because they played their butts off on that game. It was a back and forth game. They couldn't tie it up until dying seconds left, and they went into overtime, and that game winning shot in overtime. So we know who the Toronto Maple Leafs are all about, and they're a dangerous hockey team. You know, I say this every year, the Leafs are dangerous. And you know what? They are. I'm not lying to you, right? It's just if we can stick together like how we're doing 11-2, then you know what? We are going to get out of that round one very quickly.
True. How many more away from home games are there?
Well, you know, we got once upon a time they were called the Mighty Ducks, now the Anaheim Ducks. Sunday, November 26th in Anaheim at 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's going to be a tougher matchup.
26?
26.
That's yesterday.
Well, you got the black and white, unfortunately. I didn't get the color. So the 28th, you know, the 28th of this month. So tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time, the Maple Leafs are in Anaheim, California to face the Anaheim Ducks. And the Ducks are better than the Kings and better than the Sharks. It's going to be another solid game by the Leafs. I believe the Leafs will win again. They're going to go 3 for 3 on the road.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah. You know, there's nothing stopping the Toronto Maple Leafs. There isn't anymore. They are going lights out, and they want to play hard, and they're showing the fans. Sheldon Keith's looking good, and everybody's looking good.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
You know, you go from a team that couldn't even score 1 or 2 goals, now scoring 4, 5, 6 goals. Like, you're playing an okay Los Angeles Kings team, and you dominate them 6-2. And we couldn't even beat them the first matchup in Toronto at the Scotiabank Arena. And now we go into Los Angeles, California, and we slice them.
We let them win that one.
I mean, we couldn't even get a win under our belt until we beat the Chicago Blackhawks, the worst team in the league at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So, look, we've played 22 games. We beat Montreal, lost against Ottawa, beat Ottawa, lost against the Rangers, lost against San Jose, lost against Pittsburgh, lost against Carolina, won against Chicago, won against Detroit, Vegas a win, Tampa a win, Boston a win, lost against the Kings. Yes. We won against the Flyers. We beat the Flames. That was a great matchup, that Flames. We beat Buffalo, beat Nashville, beat New York Islanders. We lost against Pittsburgh. We lost 2 in a row against Pittsburgh. We got one more matchup coming up in early January. We beat the Islanders. We beat Los Angeles. We beat San Jose. And tomorrow we're going to win again. And
you better believe it.
You better believe it, yeah.
For sure. So, Joe, I already know who your favorite player is, but refresh everybody's memory. Who is your favorite player on the Toronto Maple Leafs and why?
Now or before?
Now.
Austin Matthews. And I'll tell you in a second why. Austin Matthews is a leader for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He scores about over 50 goals every year. Okay. He's a team player. He's always there. He's always putting his A game. He's always putting his heart out there. And I believe one day the Maple Leafs will name Austin Matthews the captain. This guy is lights out. This guy is unstoppable. We haven't seen any hockey player like Austin Matthews. And the style of how Matthews plays, it's scary. He's quick with the puck, and his puck controlment is just lights out again. You know, so that's who my favorite player is. Now, my goaltending is Jack Campbell. I'm in love with Jack Campbell. I'm falling in love with him. every day,
Absolutely.
How about you? I already know, but
My favorite, excuse me, because I want to say his full name properly. William Andrew Michael Jr. Nylander, number 88.
you have a thing
Awesome.
for 88, Rita. You have a thing for 88.
It's not 99. Hey, I'm just saying. The first time I saw him playing this year, I said, he is my hockey player. I mean, he's not playing for me, but he's the one I chose. And 38 seconds into the game last night, he shot and he got the first goal. It's like, I didn't even really sit down and get ready for the game, and he already scored. It's like, oh, this is
Yeah. But Rita, I want to clear this with you. What do you like about Nylander? Is it just number 88, his style of hockey? What is it exactly like about Nylander? Because when I see Austin Matthews play, he just doesn't play with the puck. He's aggressive with the puck. What do you see in Nylander that you like so much about him?
okay. Through my eyes, I see him as a very good player. I think he's a team player. They like to pass the puck. Not the buck, the puck.
Puck, yeah, P-U-C-K, puck.
Yeah,
Rita.
the puck.
Yeah.
And ever since I saw him score the first goal, not just last night, but I said he's an awesome player, and for some reason his name stuck and his numbers stuck. So, but I have to agree, the goalie is he's very good. He is very good.
He's a big factor.
Yeah.
Now, Leafs are 11-2, and they have a stretch. They're going into Anaheim tomorrow. Then they come back to the Scotiabank Arena against the Colorado Avalanche. The Avalanche are up and down this year. Nazem Kadri playing phenomenal. We love you, Naz. And then we play Minnesota, Winnipeg, Columbus, Tampa. Anyways, Rita, in the next 10 games, the stretch, do you see the Maple Leafs increasing their goals? Do you see them staying at the same pace, or do you see them kind of going like a roller coaster? Because winning is nice, but there's going to be that time that they're going to go through that those bumps and bruises, away, because you're going to get injuries. I'm not being negative. I'm being truthful. This is hockey.
You can't win every game.
Yeah. But
I will state, last night, we could have had more than 4 goals.
Absolutely.
It could have been 8-1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I think we're gonna stay on that upward, like win. There might be a couple really close calls, but I think they're gonna stay in the tops.
They're gonna stay at the top. I like that answer because they're gonna stay at the top. If they can play how they've been playing the last 14 games, Rita, okay, they're fine. This team is fine. This team is dangerous. They're really looking for fish. There's plenty of fish in the water. Is that the saying? There's plenty of fish in the water.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but yeah,
plenty of fish in the sea. They're looking for those fishes in that sea. They want to win. They are a winning hockey club. Okay.
And am I wrong when I say that it's harder on the hockey players when they're not playing at their home arena? Because I mean, you've got all the other hockey teams. When you're playing away games, you're at your opponent's home, and they've got all their fans out there just to cheer them on. To me, that would make them want to play a little harder.
Absolutely.
When they're away.
Absolutely.
But when they're at home, all their fans are there, and You probably can't hear anything in there because it's so loud from them cheering.
Yeah, and the Leafs, they're 9-3-1. They're 9-3-1 at home this year, and on the road they're 6-3. So they have a little bit better of a record at home, but saying they've been playing great on the road. Even if they lose games like 1 or 2 goals, that Carolina game going back to early in the year, we lost that game. Okay, we played hard. Okay, we played hard. We didn't get the W. No. You can play as hard as you can, but you got to get that W. We didn't get that W, unfortunately. We're on that losing stretch. But what I'm saying is they played hard through Carolina, through New York. Even the second game against Ottawa, we got screwed. That game was on TSN. We watched that together. Those refs, they screwed us that game. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Going back to your question, yes, it is harder to play in different buildings. But if you play in a building like Buffalo, it's like home. There's more fans in Buffalo than Buffalo fans combined. That's pretty sad. So, no, it's harder to play on the road. But look, they're playing like they're playing at home, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
There's nothing to complain about, like from their defense to their offense, to their goaltending, to their staff, to their coaching, to their management. I can't complain about anything. And I'm a complainer, right? I complain about the Leafs, but I can't complain. I can't complain.
Last year, I think quite a few of us were complaining. Okay.
Last year, people were wondering if Joe Boone was ever going to come back on air. Okay. So, yeah, people were complaining about that, right? And about where's Joe? We miss Joe. So, yeah, we complained a lot last year.
Yeah. But like you said before, no team is going to win every game. They're not going to get that, like you said, the big W.
No, we're not going to get that. We're not going to win every single game, but we're going to win most games, I believe.
I agree.
Because nothing is stopping them right now. They're unstoppable right now. They're in this turbo mode, and they keep fighting for that puck. And Riley, Bunting, Tavares is killing it. Okay, he's playing like a leader. It's like his first year.
He's another good one.
Yeah. Well, see, with Tavares, people really don't talk about Tavares. All they think about is Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, Nylander. I don't hear a lot of people talking about Tavares, but just stop for a sec. Tavares has been in the league longer than all those players combined. So Johnny Tavares is a great player, and people underestimate him. Do not underestimate JT. JT is a future, and I mean a future Hall of Famer in my eyes and many eyes out there.
Yeah.
So.
No.
I would like to bring up the standings, and I'm going to show you exactly where the Leafs are in the standings. And it's been a while since the Leafs have been in this point of time in the season. Let's take a look at this. So in the Atlantic, we are tied with the Florida Panthers. Let me make this screen bigger. So right here, you got the Panthers with 31 points. The Leafs with 31. The Lightning with 27. The Red Wings with 23. And Boston's not playing good hockey. They're 6-3 at home, and they're 500 on the road. You do not see Boston like this. But when you get rid of a goalie, or just a goalie that left on his own, if you want to say, that's another story to tell another day or later on the show. They're 500, so Tuukka Rask is not there. A lot of it is a goaltending, and they are They're 10-7. They got 20 points, and under them is the Buffalo Sabres. Everybody talked about the Buffalo Sabres. They're going to do well this year. Well, last year they're on the winning streak. And Detroit, and look at them, they're falling apart. And then you got the disaster. Montreal Canadiens only have 5 wins this year and 15 losses.
Shocking.
Well, to be honest with you, Rita, I am not shocked when you have the best goalie out, Carey Price. Lucky they even have 5 wins, to be honest with you.
Wow. Price is awesome too. He's an awesome goalie.
Price, oh yeah, he's the best goaltender in the league. There's no doubt about that. He proved it last year in the playoffs. Montreal, they had a decent team, but without Carey Price, they wouldn't even get out of that first round, right? What's a shocker to me is the Ottawa Senators. I'm in disbelief. Like, I can't believe it. They only have 4 wins under the belt and 13 losses and on a 4-game losing streak. Like, I would never have thought Ottawa would be this bad in this point of the season. Like, I thought Ottawa was going to be a good team this year. Like, maybe not playoff mode, but in the 5-6, and they're right here. That's 9 points, right?
Yeah.
So the Atlantic, you want to go to wild card. Carolina's killing it still. Okay. Washington has 31 points, and the Rangers, they're a surprising team this year, Right here, the Atlantic, you got 1, 2, 3, right? So the Leafs, they're out of the wild card. Get rid of that wild card crap. So the 2 wild card teams are the Pittsburgh Penguins. They're playing good hockey. They're on a 5-game winning streak. And Columbus, they're on a 3-game winning streak. They're 12-6-0 with 24 points, tied with the Penguins. And
Which one's the Columbus again?
This one, the Blue Jackets.
The Blue Jackets. Thank you.
It's yes. And if the Blue Jackets can win and the Lightning lose, they'll only be a point back from 3rd in the Atlantic. So there's a lot of things going on with hockey right now. It's early in the season, but still, there's a lot of things to look out for because I know it's early, guys, but Bruins, they're not even in a playoff spot right now. They're 4th, right?
That's
just
surprising.
Yeah.
They're usually a good team, are they not?
They're usually a fabulous team, and I don't know what's going on. Again, it might be goaltending, it might be other things too. I don't follow the Bruins, but I hear a lot of speculation going around that the Boston Bruins, there's some people out there, there's always rumors out there, the Bruins are going to be in a rebuild mode. We hear that every year. And then you know what? When 35 games are into the season, the Bruins go on this amazing winning streak, like 5, 10, 15, maybe even 16, 17 games, right? So, again, you can't underestimate the Bruins, but at the same time, they're not in a good spot right now because they don't have Tuukka Rask. Their goaltendings are all around the place, from up and down,
Sorry about that.
It's okay. So, yeah, you got the Bruins. They're tied with the Devils and Flyers. And if Buffalo can win, they're 1 point back. They're 2 points back from the Wings, and they're on top of the Bruins. So that is very surprising. And if you want to go the whole league, like we were talking about, the Leafs are 4th in the whole league. The Leafs win and a couple of these teams lose, they are 1st in all 32 teams. Does that tell you something?
Yeah.
So
we've got a very, very, very good team.
We do. And you know what? Maybe getting rid of Zach Hyman and getting rid of Joe Thornton and getting rid of those players, and got some young folks, like we got Bunting and a couple other guys too. Maybe that was the reason why the Leafs are playing this good. You can't have a lot of superstars on a team and expect to win because MJ, he had some superstars on the team, but most of the time he didn't, right? He had to work with a couple guys on his team, got drafted to Chicago. They came up and they grew up with Michael Jordan, right? They grew up with Michael Jordan. Mm-hmm. Michael Jordan didn't have like what LeBron James had, Dwayne Wade, Ray Allen. I can go on for so long, So what I'm saying is, what my point is, what I'm trying to say is, sometimes having a superstar team will not win a championship, because if you look at the Milwaukee Bucks, they're not a superstar team, and they won.
No,
Giannis and a couple other folks on that team. So I'm glad that we've made some changes off season. I really am.
Bunting is
He's a
I don't know if
bunting.
it's just, he's quick.
He's very quick to the puck. Really quick. Right? So
Well, I'm looking forward to the next game. Well, all the games, but the next game, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to face the Penguins because
We'll win that one.
I don't know, we're 0-2. Pittsburgh has a number on us, and we play them December 29th. Isn't that Christmas? The 29th?
25th.
25th is Christmas. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I see right here, they're in Seattle December 19th, and then they're off for 4 nights. Well, technically 3 days. And they go back to Scotiabank Arena to face St. Louis Blues, and then they're off for 4 days, and they play the Blue Jackets on the 27th. So we only play one more game against the Penguins, and the Penguins won this series, right? Because
Yeah.
it'll be 2-1. If not, we'll be 0-3 against the Penguins. So I'm looking forward to a lot of games this year, but I'm looking forward to see the Penguins and the Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really good.
We've got to win against the Penguins.
Oh, we have to, we have to. I
Yeah.
thought we're going to dominate the Penguins last week, but unfortunately, the Penguins dominated us. Campbell played like Campbell. No doubt about
You
that.
did.
Right? Team didn't.
But they just seem to be more on guard than our team was.
Yeah.
Well, okay, everybody. I don't mean they're our team, but yeah.
They are our team. Our team, the Leafs. When people say, Joe, what do you mean your team? Well, when I say my team is Toronto, it means my team's Toronto. My team's Green Bay. My team's Green Bay.
Yeah.
They say my or our, because we are part of them because we support them, right?
Absolutely.
Right? You support me. You've been on my show multiple times, right? So you are my fan, our fans, the Booney Believers. That's why I say Booney Believers, right? If you know what I'm trying to come at, right?
Yeah, I do.
So I'm just saying it's funny when people say, what do you mean by your team? Well, take fans out, they're nothing and nobody. Because if you looked at the lockdown, a lot of people did not watch hockey, A lot of people did. There was quite a few people. A lot of people did not turn on the television. I did because I just wanted to see the players, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we will see.
That might have been part of the big problem last year.
Yeah. Now, I want to switch gears.
Okay.
Let me get a sip of water. I want to switch gears and talk about what we were talking about last night on StreamYard's Backstage. And I'd like to talk about two teams that should be in the NHL, two Canadian places, two territories. Okay.
Yeah.
And Saskatchewan and in Halifax. Now, Rita, you're from Saskatchewan. I don't know exactly where in Saskatchewan, but are you close to where the Rough Riders play or the Humboldt Broncos? Around there.
I'm right where the Humboldt Broncos play. I'm in Humboldt.
Okay.
Which is about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours to Regina, where the Saskatchewan Rough Riders play.
Okay. And do the Humboldt Broncos sell out usually? Do they usually sell out?
I believe they are again now.
Yeah. Before the lockdown, let's put the lockdown in the garbage right now.
Oh, yeah.
The Riders, Humboldt Broncos, they sell out, right?
Yeah.
So why don't anybody talk about bringing a team to Saskatchewan? Bringing a team to Halifax, Like, I don't hear anybody talking about that but myself. And it's sad, look, They brought a team to Las Vegas, the Vegas Golden Knights. They brought a team to Seattle. That's good. But can't we have some Canadian teams in Canada as well? We don't have too many. We really don't.
I know. Maybe you should bring that up.
Well, I'm one voice. You know what I mean?
But one voice, but you may have thousands and thousands of people stand behind you saying, yeah, let's do it.
You're right. It's just because at the end of the day, people want to see a Canadian team in the Stanley Cup, if not two. Like last year, the Canadians were in the Stanley Cup. When was the last team? When was the last Canadian team that went to the Stanley Cup? Do you know?
No.
It's where Sicilians from in England.
Vancouver. Sorry.
Vancouver Canucks were the last team to go to the Stanley Cup, and they lost Game 7 against the Boston Bruins.
Yeah.
So, look, America, there's 10 times more population down there. I get it. I understand. But let's talk about bringing a couple teams down to Canada. If not just one, just one, right? Saskatchewan would be a great place. Halifax would make tons of money because the Mooseheads, I went to the Memorial Cup and I witnessed it with my eyes. I went to 5 straight games. I went to the Memorial Cup that game too. That it was the Sunday or Saturday. I don't remember. I don't want to lie. It was I think it was a Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Anyways, I went there and the fans are crazy. There's money to put a stadium in Halifax. There really is.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
Mm-hmm. You can have commercials. You can do fundraisers. You can do whatever you want to do to put money in those countries or those provinces like Halifax, like Nova Scotia, Halifax. I think it was Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Halifax, Nova Scotia. Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Put teams like there. You'll have more fans attending more games and watching more hockey. That's all I'm saying, right?
I mean, they do have their hockey teams, but I mean,
don't they go get drafted in the NHL?
Yeah, that's true. But you're right. Like, why not have a team here? Saskatchewan has a lot of very, very good hockey players.
Yeah.
I should do some research and share the information with you about Saskatchewan hockey players.
Oh, there's tons of popular players, who played in the NHL,
Oh, for sure.
I know quite a few of them, but start talking about it, I'm not a big fan of Gary Bettman myself, not a fan of him whatsoever. He did horrible in the National Basketball Association. If he thought he's going to do better here, man, he's no brain, Can't make a brain, So that's all I'm saying, guys, is if we can have a team in Saskatchewan or at least talk about it, that's nice, Now they're talking about bringing back the Quebec Nordiques. Well, that's nice you're talking about it, but, actions speak louder than words,
That's right. Do it. Don't just say it and do it.
Do it. You got the money. Quebec got money. Quebec has money. Quebec can fix those roads in Quebec and Montreal. Montreal roads are horrible, Rita. Horrible.
You haven't been to Saskatchewan yet.
Oh, it's not there too?
Oh, my Lord. Yes. They're not good.
Don't you guys have money?
Government has money.
So they would rather spend that money on, I'm just going to say, that. Spend money on that. Or on, I'm going to get your vote. I'm your voice. I'm this and this, and fix the roads.
Well, they're constantly working on the highways, but if they do it right the first time, they shouldn't have to do it 3 times, right?
Yeah, really.
In 3 years, like, come on.
Yeah, really.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, but
yeah,
they got money. They can do it.
Oh,
they have,
for sure.
They have things on the highway. Oh, go get or go get number 3, but fix your
These
roads,
don't save lives, right? Wink, wink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wink. Be winking on them. Winking from a
Yeah.
bad angle, That's my whole point on what I think about Saskatchewan and Halifax and teams like that. I'd like to see at least them talk about that. So kind of have an idea. We can actually put another couple teams in, if not one, right? Because look, if we could have a team in London, that would be great. But at the same time, you're going to get a lot of people that are going to be upset because they're going to say, well, wait a minute. Toronto's only 2 hours away from London.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
And if you want to put a team in Hamilton, well, wait a minute. Hamilton to Toronto is only an hour and 10 minutes or an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So you got people, excuse my language, but bitch and complain.
For sure. There's always going to be people that do that.
Well, that's the minority, but at the same time, in hockey, minority sounds like more, kind of like the majority, if you know where I'm trying to come at,
Yep. Yeah.
People talking about it. You're gonna have people on YouTube talking about, there's a team in London, there's a team in Hamilton. That's not fair. Toronto's right here. How could they do that? How could they do? You know what I mean? It's gonna be like a long freaking thing, and it's gonna
Because
turn
they're going to be scared that they're going to take fans away from Toronto to go elsewhere. That'd be like having two CFL teams in Saskatchewan, like Saskatchewan Rough Riders out of Regina, and say, I don't know, and I can't think of a name for another one, but in Saskatoon, they'd be bickering all the time.
Saskatchewan Bolts there.
Well, yeah.
So, but Rita, there's 2 teams in New York. You got the Yankees, you got the Mets, you got the Rangers, you got the Islanders, and New Jersey is not too far away from New York. Some people say, New Jersey is like New York, but it isn't,
They're not that far away, but good
No,
point.
they're not that far away. No, they're not, right? There's teams in California. You got the Dodgers, You got teams, you got a lot of teams elsewhere, with two or more, right? Usually it's 2. If it's not 2, it's usually 1, but like get the Dodgers, right?
Yeah.
Los Angeles Dodgers. Who's the other team? LA.
I was going to say Lakers, but no, that's not baseball. That's basketball.
Basketball, National Basketball Association, right? It's just there has to be a point that people say, you know what? Again, I'll repeat myself for the 100th time and the last time. Let's start talking about putting a team in Canada, Right.
In Western Canada.
Yeah, Western Canada, yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. How are the viewers out there? You guys enjoying tonight's broadcast? I hope you guys are.
I hope so.
I'm glad Rita's with us tonight. Really.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure.
I don't know. Really quick, but we're doing good so far on tonight's show.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yes. Can't figure out who the other team is. The LA. Oh my goodness. And the Los Angeles Angels. Okay, there you go. You got the Angels.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be okay if there's like 2 teams in Saskatchewan, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, because if you go to New York, you go down to, let's say, Yankee Stadium, and if there's Yankee fans, like there'll be more Yankee fans, but you're gonna get a lot of Met fans too. The minority are Met fans, but you're gonna have people arguing, fighting over it. You're gonna see just absolutely crazy episodes on YouTube. Just stupid things. You want to see things like that. That's what entertains the game and entertains the fans. People want to see aggressive. People want to see, Oh, I hate the Yankees. Oh, I hate the Mets. Go Yankees. Get out of my building. You want to see that, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be nice if you could have something like that down the road in Saskatchewan, in Halifax, So even Kitchener,
all revenue.
a hockey team, right?
It's all revenue. I mean, you have a famous team. Every game, you're going to have people coming to watch.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it'd be a bonus for everybody if they did.
For sure.
Other than, how do you get your players? You pick them from each,
Well, don't you remember watching the Seattle Krakens? Some of them were undrafted, and some of them were drafted, right?
Yeah.
And then King Goose was on there at that time. We'll update you on King Goose very shortly, guys.
Okay.
King Goose thought it's a joke that Seattle. There's a hockey team in Seattle, but you know what? I kind of understand where he's coming from now. Because if I really think about it, do they really need a team in Seattle? Do they really need a team in Vegas? No, they don't. They don't really need teams there, but they know they'll make money. It's all about money.
The revenue, yeah.
Hey, September, it's all about money at the end of the day, right? Because if you don't remember, Vegas, their first year, they wanted the Stanley Cup. And everybody still thinks, till today, Vegas won the Cup. Vegas did not win the Cup, okay? Vegas did not win the Cup. They won that first game, and they only won one game, and the rest, Washington won, right? But if people said if Vegas won, it would have been rigged. And you know what? I think I would believe those people actually. If Vegas won the Cup that year, I would believe there would be something sketchy with that. But they didn't, right?
Very true.
They didn't. So they made it to the Stanley Cup for the first year, and that was impressive by Vegas. And they're a good hockey team all around. They got Max Pacioretty. They've had Robert Leonard for quite a while. They had Marc-Andre Fleury. They've had some good teams in the last 5 years, so they're good where they are. But do they really need a team? No, they don't. They don't. Like Arizona. Arizona's a desert, right?
Yeah.
Arizona. Tampa Bay. You want to go to Tampa, right? Tampa's been there for quite a while, but you know what? But my point is, like, let's have teams more kind of in this way,
Yeah.
Kind of where we are, right? So.
Well, when did they change the hockey? Because they took some sections out or some areas out, did they not? Like years back?
Sections of what?
Well, I can't remember how it's worded now. I'm going to really look like a dumb blonde here.
Don't say that. I don't know what it is. They say dumb blondes. I don't want to be a dumb blonde. You're a smart blonde, and you're a natural blonde.
Thank you. Where they changed the I think it was a map or something of the hockey teams. I'm gonna have to look that up too now because it's here and I have to like the areas of the different teams.
You're not talking about like here. Let me share the screen for a sec. You're not talking about something like this, are you?
No.
Okay. No.
That's interesting. Though.
That is. I just put NHL map and that came up, right? Like you got Boston, you got San Jose, you got California teams. You got a few California teams actually, right?
Yeah, you look at that map. Where's Canada?
Yeah. You got three Canadian. You got three California teams.
Yeah.
Los Angeles is in California. San Jose is in California. Anaheim is in California. Huh.
Interesting, isn't it?
That I didn't know that, Rita. I did not know that until just now.
Yeah.
Come on. I seriously did not know that. Yeah, wow. Three. Yeah, well, California is huge. huge, but still, 3 teams.
3 good teams.
They were good at one point. They're all right, but they're nothing. No Stanley Cup contending, or
No.
I don't even think they'll even make the playoffs. If one of them made, I would say maybe Anaheim. I think Los Angeles is too of a rebuild team, and San Jose is up and down right now, and San Jose will fall apart eventually one of these days. So, yeah, that's really interesting. I did not know that. I had no clue there was actually 3 California teams.
Yeah.
So
It's quite interesting.
it is, and hockey is a very interesting sport if you really think of it. You know, like you picture it, a puck, right, with a stick and net. Somebody made that into a game.
Oh, for sure.
Like all sports, but hockey for sake. Like you have a puck, right? You have a puck around here. You have this puck, okay? And a great Canadian hockey was based in Canada, And this right here, somebody invented this puck. Somebody invented a stick. Somebody made a net. Person started skating on it. Person started rollerblading on it and made it into a game. And look at it now. It's called the NHL. You know?
Yep.
Like if you really think about it, like how a person made hockey into what hockey is today, it's freaking interesting. Like it's fun, you know?
It is. Oh,
But
I thought you froze there for a sec.
on this something out. I put in who is the guy who invented hockey? It came up, who's the guy who invented homework? That's homework, if you want to say.
It is. It is.
There. This is the man who invented hockey. Right here. In 18, look at this. Did you know that, Rita?
I can't read it. I'm sorry.
Well, it's saying hockey. Okay, this was in 1872. He moved to Halifax, Nova Scotia, to Montreal, bringing sticks and hockey sticks in a game with base set of rules with him.
Oh, wow.
His name is James. That's a tough lot. I can't read that, okay? All I'm going to say is James.
Okay.
Here, I'll put that in the chat. Maybe you can help me read that because I can't read that. That's his lot. What is that?
Creighton.
Creighton. Okay, Creighton. James Creighton. It says James Creighton in 1872. He moved from Halifax, Nova Scotia, to Montreal, bringing sticks and hockey sticks in a game with based set of rules with him. So that's who invented hockey, right?
Interesting.
That is very interesting.
So while you're there, where was the first official hockey game played?
I think it was Montreal, actually. Like NHL.
Yeah.
It'd be Montreal, Toronto, New York, Detroit.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's very interesting, right?
Yeah.
See, you learn stuff on Joe's Sports Channel as well, guys. You do, right? But I couldn't say the last name for some reason.
Oh, I could never be a commentator for a hockey game.
No.
It takes me forever to figure out who's who.
Okay. Say this. Say Mikhail Gorbatsky. You say that?
Say what?
Mitel Grbatsky.
Metel Nabrowski.
Grbatsky.
Robotsky?
Grbatsky. Like Grbatsky.
Jarotsky. See, by the time I said his name, the game be over.
Oh, I could never say his name for the longest time. And today I was watching an episode on my show. And this episode was from a long time ago. It was a clip. It was like a 1:10 clip. And I was recording comment, like people were recording us in Windsor, good family members of mine. And we were talking about the game. And I was saying, here comes Funnell back to Kessel. Mitel Grbatsky. He shoots, he scores. You know what I mean? And I could never say Grbatsky to begin with, like when I first started watching Grbatsky as a Leaf. And when I kept watching and watching and watching, I said his name right. Same thing with Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan, I used to say Saskatchewan as Chitchatchewan. I couldn't get the Saskatchewan. I used to say Chitchatchewan. So if you keep saying the person's name over and over again, you can never go wrong with it ever again.
True.
Yeah.
True. You just get it in your mind and, switch gears and you'll remember it.
Yes. Amanda Smith, how you doing, hon?
Welcome to the show. Do they have any questions?
Yes. Any fans out there, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat, Again, Stuart Swigert, we're supposed to be on tonight's show, but change of events. We hope to have him in the near future, and we'll reschedule him in further date.
Oh yeah, another time.
Yes. But we always have a backup plan. We always do. That's who we are. That's what I do. It's part of the system. Like you look at producer Clark. When I had producer Clark on for the first time, the internet was horrible and it shut me off for like the first few minutes, and then it rebooted. And then when I had him on, internet shut off, and I was so angry. And then when I got back on, it was nice of him. He stayed on it because I told him to be back on. He says, "Yeah, no problem, Joe." He told me he had some technical difficulties with problems too, so that's not the first time, right? So we do have those problems as well. You know what I mean? We really do.
Oh yes, of course. It is the internet.
Yeah, well, it is, right? But it's not just the internet. Television stations. If you don't remember watching the Maple Leafs, and I think it was the Sharks actually, when the Leafs lost, there was no commentator for a while, right? And you can hear them swear, right? And
yeah,
it was the fans. You could hear the fans and the energy in the Scotiabank Arena. So yeah, things just don't happen from there.
That's right. Yeah.
My day was good, September. Couldn't complain whatsoever. Bought myself a new laptop. It's coming on the 1st of December.
What kind?
I got a bring it up right now. It's let's see.
Like it's not a gaming laptop.
No, it's not a gaming laptop, but it's a good laptop. It doesn't even have the name on it.
That's okay.
I'll have to look at my email after and tell you exactly what the name is.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
I don't have a laptop. I have where's the a desk computer, I guess what they call them, with the tower and the monitor. The old kind.
The old kind.
Yeah, I call it the old kind because everybody's going to laptops.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I came to the conclusion. I said to myself, Joe, gotta get a laptop. Because you know what? I love this. I got over a 45-inch TV, and it's beautiful. But if I look at it for a very long time, my eyes start to hurt, and doesn't feel good, right? So I said, you know what? I'm going to get myself a laptop. And I was going to get one before the Black Friday. Well, thank God to my cousin, Deanna Hamoud, for telling me, just wait until Black Friday. They will go on sale. I saved myself $150, Rita. $150, you know?
Who saved you $150?
Well, my cousin, yeah, I have to say, Deanna You saved me $150, okay? Because I would have spending. Computer alone is expensive what I bought, but I was going to pay a lot more.
True.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm glad I got that for myself. I treated myself, and I can take that everywhere I want. And let's say if I'm out of town, and if I'm out of town, I usually say, guys, I won't have a show. Well, I can have a show because I take my laptop, and we can have a show if I'm working out of town or if I'm doing something, or let's say, I don't know, I'm going to Montreal, turn my data on. Hey, we're on the road, guys. We're live on Joe's Sports Channel, and let's see the back of Montreal. I like that,
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And I understand about your eyes hurting because I watch this on my cell phone, and the small print sometimes is just no. I've got to get myself a laptop or even a tablet.
Yeah.
Or hook it up to my TV. That
well,
would be.
Reading this, the schedule, I said the 26th. I got to really look at it. It's actually the 28th. So I says, geez, I hope my eyes are not getting bad, but it's just a color. Right?
No, it's just a print. It's a print.
I should have colored it blue and white, but color is just too much.
It's almost the end of the month anyway, so next one printed out different color.
Yeah. I should. Got a few minutes, guys. Anybody have any last questions? Feel free to put in the chat. Again, phenomenal show tonight. It was based on hockey, HOCKEY, and
absolutely.
We love all of you guys out there. Seriously. Go ahead, Rita.
No, I was just gonna say, I don't know too many people that don't like hockey. So
yeah.
The sport hockey.
It is. See, a lot of people in Florida that I know, they don't watch hockey, but then again, they will watch the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or even like people I know, like where I'm from, like in London area. Oh no, I don't watch regularly. I watch playoffs, and I see them. They're like huge fans in the playoffs, but in the regular season, they don't watch one game. If you're a true fan of somebody, like, again, playoffs is one thing, but support your team from the get-go, from regular season to the last game, even preseason. There's some guys that watch preseason. I don't watch preseason, right? But there's some guys that love hockey so much to watch preseason. The only reason I don't watch preseason is because I want to get into the routine that regular season. My blood floating. Let's go. You know what I mean? I don't want to watch preseason and go right into the regular season. I want to wait. I want to suffer until the regular season comes. You know what I mean? If you know what I'm coming.
I find it more interesting.
It is. It's very interesting. And the regular season is great. That's will tell you if you make the playoffs or not, right?
Yeah.
So.
Very true.
That's the beauty of the game, But go ahead.
Any idea of when you're going to see another game? Or a game?
Got this. Let's see. I haven't been to a game in a couple years. I would love to go Wednesday, because Noslин's in town, but
And what's stopping you?
well, it's the mid of the week. It's a weekday, right? It's tough. You know what? If I could go to a game, it would have to be Monday, January 3rd, when Frederick Anderson and the Hurricanes return to the Scotiabank Arena. I would love to go to that game. That'd be worth it so much. Whatever the outcome is, but I want to see Anderson versus Campbell. I want to see my buddy Anderson play.
Well, that would be very interesting. You should work towards that and see if you can make that.
How about you? Why don't you come down from Saskatchewan to Toronto? I'll make a deal with you. You find a way to get here, I got your back on a Leaf ticket.
I'd have to really think about that.
Pretty good deal. Because you got family in Orangeville, right?
I've got family all over Ontario. Yes. Even in Toronto, I believe.
Think about that, Rita. Joe Boone is going to get your ticket, you know? Let's come down with it. Maybe even dinner, nice steak dinner, you know? How you doing, you know?
There you go. Yeah, yeah. Throw in some pecan pie and might have a deal.
Pecan pie, folks. You know what? You and that pecan pie, seriously.
Well, you were telling me tonight you had pecan pumpkin pie.
That was so good. Absolutely amazing.
Anybody in the audience ever tried that?
Pecan pumpkin pie.
I've never even heard of it. So
it was so good. You know what I told about it? Who got really jealous? Mr. Lodonatus. I sent him a picture on Messenger.
Yeah.
Oh, says Joe, you really have to do this. You couldn't do this last week when I was here. You're making me suffer now.
Yeah. Well, he'll have to come back up for a few.
He says, don't make me fly down from Lubbock, Texas to London and eat your pie. I put laugh out loud. And then he hit the voice recorded. Ha ha with his laugh, Mr. Lodonatus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could interview anybody other than the obvious, well, even counting him, who would you interview off of the Maple Leafs?
Who's the obvious?
Campbell.
I would love to sit down with Mitch Marner.
Would you?
I would. And talk about how he grew up as a hockey player and he played for the London Knights for quite a while. And just his experience with the Knights from the Ontario Hockey League going to the NHL, how much pressure there really is. Because you hear a lot of rumors and speculations about these players and shenanigans and all that. But I actually would love to sit down with him and just say, Marner, how much of a difference is it being an Ontario Hockey League player and an NHL player, right?
Yeah.
It's like going from from letter A to E. You know what I mean? You jump, right? That's a big jump. So I would love to sit down with Marner. It's a good question, actually. Really good question.
Yeah.
How about you? If you could sit down with anybody, and I know you don't run your own. I know you don't run your own. You don't have a YouTube channel, but you run your own Live Me, and you do Live Me. Thanks God that God connected me with you on Live Me. But if you could have somebody on your podcast on Live Me, it can't be Willie Nylander. Who would it have to be? If it wasn't Nylander.
A hockey player?
On the Leafs.
Oh.
Hey, Ian. I'll send the link if you guys want to come in.
It'd have to be your guy. Because, I mean,
You have to make me get up, okay? Jack Campbell.
I
right?
did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jack Campbell.
Yeah,
I would. It would be interesting.
He's a great guy. He's from Michigan. He's 6'3". He's a big boy. It says right here, the AHL, Texas, he had 19 wins, 13 losses, right? And his save percent was .904, right? And his save average now in the hockey league in the NHL is a lot better than now. Okay, Ian. Okay, brother. Send you the link if you want to come in. How you doing, buddy? Anyways, haven't heard from you for quite a while, buddy. But yeah, we'll go on for another 5 minutes and then we gotta sign off. But it's going to be an interesting stretch for the Maple Leafs the next month, I'm going to say. I'm really going to say that because, you know, Anaheim, Colorado, Minnesota, Winnipeg, Columbus, Tampa Bay, Chicago, Edmonton's playing good hockey. But then again, Edmonton is one of those teams, you know, they go on this huge winning stretch and they just fall apart, you know. They kind of remind me of the Leafs a little bit, you know. But I think Toronto's a lot better with player-wise, goaltending, and management, you know.
That's the way I feel about the Boston Bruins. I mean, normally they are really good, but this year,
not a good start.
No.
Again, they're getting older too, Rita. Like Bergeron is not getting younger. Bergeron's getting older. Marchand's getting older. They got rid of their captain, Zdeno Chara. Chara went to Washington, and then from Washington, he's now with the Islanders. And the Islanders are not playing good hockey. So
yeah. They do need some younger people. But
you know, they've got rid of quite a few players off season, you know. They have. Mm-hmm. And that could have been the problem. Again, you got rid of Tuukka Rask. Rask left. Goaltending is a huge thing, and goaltending was a huge thing in Toronto when Toronto didn't have goalie. You know, Toronto for years had amazing forwards. And if they didn't have forwards, it would be defense, right? Be one or the other, defense or goalie, right? So now they got the whole thing is just stick together, and these boys will stay tuned for a big show in the playoffs.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. I'd like to bring up a video. Let's see.
Just waiting for the video.
Yes. You know, this was 7 months ago. It says Jack Campbell becomes emotional during the post-game interview. I wanted to bring this up, I think a couple weeks ago, but I couldn't find it. But now I found it because I put Jack Campbell in on YouTube. And this is 7 months ago, but I just want you guys just to listen in on Campbell, his tone of voice, how much he loves Toronto. That's why I say give him that 5 years. I think I said $37.5 million. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rita.
I believe that's what you said.
Just the tone of his voice and how much he loves Toronto, and he wants to stay in Toronto for a very long time. We don't want to lose this kid, man. We really don't. Take a look.
10 straight wins for you sets a franchise record. What does it mean to put your name in the history book of a franchise that has so much history?
I mean, to play here is just incredible. It's such a huge honor, and from the moment Cliffy and I came in last year in February, it was just an eye-opener. Just how crazy it is to play for the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's a dream come true, and just really trying to soak up as much as I can. And it's just such a great group. You don't go to 10-0 without a great group. So we just want to keep building and keep working on our game. It's a lot of fun.
I'll just get you to look up the Jumbotron for a second. After the win, guys just seemed to line up to give their congratulations to you. A long chat with Austin Matthews and a lot of fun here with Mitch Marner. I actually had the chance to talk to Matthews before the game about you. He says he just loves having you as a teammate and he just loves having you around. When you hear guys talk so highly of you, whether it be Marner, Matthews, anyone, just what does that mean to you?
It's pretty awesome. Lots of words right now. It's been a long journey, and just to have their support, every single guy, it's crazy. It's a dream come true, something I worked very hard for, and there's not a day I don't thank the Lord for putting me here in Toronto with these amazing guys, and I don't want to forget my LA teammates and coaches there because they got the ball rolling for me in the NHL, and without them I wouldn't be here. But since I've been here, the team and the organization's been just amazing, and I still get a lot better. I can still keep getting a lot better, so that's all I'm focused on, and we're just trying to have as much fun and keep winning.
Jack, thanks so much for the time and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Sean. Take care.
If you hear the tone of his voice, how much he loves Toronto.
That right there shows why he's so good at what he does.
Yeah, and he's very, very calm too. Really, really calm. So that's one thing I love about Jack Campbell, right?
Thanks for sharing that.
Of course, anytime. Before we sign off, I want to show one thing on my phone. Actually, when I was up in Mississauga with my cousins, we were on a little trip, and I saw these like they're like like woodworking, and people they would do woodworking, like they would make logos and all that. So I ordered something, and we're talking about Jack Campbell right now, and it should come in very soon. I just gotta wait how much the shipping would be. I paid $45 for it, but it's something that I'm going to be hanging in on the wall over there where the Austin Matthews sign is. I'm going to hang it up there. It's going to go right beside it. I think you'll be blown away with this, actually, this artwork this gentleman did for me. Let's go to my Gmail for a sec. So my saying is, in Jack Campbell we trust, right? Everybody knows.
Yeah.
We started with that. So let me go right here for a sec. What do you think of that?
Awesome.
Yeah. That's a piece of art, that I will have for the rest of my life and pass it on to my children, wife, in the future. Just when I saw that, I said, I gotta get that. If he can do,
for sure,
right, and put in Jack Campbell we trust. Heck yeah, I'm getting that. It's a good price too, right?
One thing better, get his autograph on that.
That would be nice if I could go to Toronto. I think I would cry. I'd take this for sure too. I'll take this.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I'm making bet.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
He's down to earth. I don't think he would say no.
Yeah, I'd say, you know what, Jack, I'll make a bet. You sign this, man, for me. Just please sign it, and then I have a little treat for you. I'll get you a little treat. The treat is if you can come on the show on Joe's Sports Channel, we'll do something big for you. That'd be sick. That'd be a great deal.
Yeah. But what could you do for? Well, don't say on here yet, but yeah, it'd be interesting. Why not try?
Joe, how did you get that phone case? Huh?
No, that's a picture. That's a picture.
That's I'm getting something custom made for me. Jack Campbell is a top 5 goalie in the league. Jack Campbell is number 1 goal in the league. I'm sorry to say. I'm not being biased or whatsoever. He's playing like the best goalie in the league. I'm sorry. He is number 1 goalie right now. Right. And my eyes and many millions of hockey fans out there, globally, so. Rita, last questions you want to say or anything you want to say, you feel free to say.
My goodness, I don't know. I thoroughly enjoy your show. So I mean, I'm learning something every time I'm here, whether I'm on camera or sitting in the background. I love it.
Yeah. Really,
thank you very much for being a host.
You're welcome. I really, really appreciate all you guys. But Rita, I really just want to take this moment actually, and just thank you for everything you do, for coming on the shows, but being in the chat. You're always there supporting. If it's not 10 people watching, 20 people watching, if it's like 20 people watching, and out of those 20 people, I know you're there. And if it's one person watching, I know that's you. And I really, really can't thank you enough. Not only you are a good dear friend of mine, but you have been a great supporter since day one, and you're in my heart for the rest of my life. And I really, really, truly am blessed to have you in the Booney life. And you are the Booney believer. You are number 1, I got to say. I really got to say number 1. And I came to a conclusion. I said to myself, you know what? I have a lot of support. I love all my supporters combined. I got to say, you are number one. You've always been there. You've always supported me from the get-go when we first met, and I appreciate everything about you, and I love you very much dearly.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'll stop because you're going to make me cry.
Well, been a little emotional here too myself. I don't know what's going on here, Joey. Come on, Joe.
Thank you very, very much.
No problem. How did you meet Rita? Rita, you want to tell the story before we sign off, or I can?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So there is this app called Live Me. It's in the App Store, and I was on Live Me just looking through people's broadcast and people's beam, and I see this lady, this, good lady. I don't know. She's like in her 30s, in her 30s, 40s, You're like what, like 35, 36, Rita, right? Something like that? Yeah, you're something. You're 37, okay. And anyways,
don't believe him, you guys.
No, it's true. Look, this is true. Listen. Anyways, I click on this thing and I see this girl putting makeup on and she's dressing up and she's going out. And the vibe there, Sam Musa, when I met her, it was something. I stood just saying, "Hey, how are you?" And then she read my messages right away. And other people were saying hi. She didn't read those messages first. She read Joe Booney's messages first. So very, very strange that from that day we became best friends. We became like family and like an aunt, to be honest with you, a long, long aunt from a different mother.
Yeah.
So that's how,
true.
That's how I met Rita. And look where she is today. She's on Joe's Sports Channel. Yeah, she does. She lives in Canada. Yeah.
I do. I'm originally from Ontario, Orangeville, Ontario, but now I live in Saskatchewan. I live in Humboldt, Saskatchewan.
Humboldt, Saskatchewan. I'd love to go out there sometime. Be nice. I met Joe from my cousin Omar. Who's Omar? Which Omar are you talking about?
Omar that comes on that's in the audience sometimes.
Or Omar Musa, yeah. Omar Musa, I haven't talked to the guy in a while. Tell him I say hi. He's a nice guy. Good supporter. Very good supporter. Anyways, Rita, it's getting late here, 7 minutes to midnight. Again, I want to thank you. Great broadcast with you always, and I truly love to have you on for many more shows in the future and next week or whenever you want to come on. Send you that link, and you can come on whenever you want.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, and thanks for the invite. I appreciate it.
Anytime. You take care of yourself.
I will. You too. God bless everyone.
Thank you. And to the rest of the unbelievable Booney believers, I want to thank you guys seriously for coming out tonight with your beautiful, amazing words in the chat, spamming the chat. Just everything combined tonight, you guys did it perfectly, and I truly can't thank you guys enough. You guys been there from the first day. Without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the mighty God, and without you guys, this would be impossible. But as a group and as a team, we are unstoppable. If you heard that song before, I'm unstoppable. Yes, we are all unstoppable, including Rita, including Sam Musa, Mr. Lorenatis, including everybody, and especially your host, Joe Booney. So thank you guys very much. We will see you very soon next Saturday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We have a lot to cover tomorrow on Snapchat, on Joe's Sports Channel on Snapchat. My Snap is YRafi4. We're going to be talking about the Packers and Rams games. Unfortunately, tonight we couldn't talk about football because it was all to do with hockey. I wanted to catch up with hockey and the Leafs and Campbell and about Rita. But tomorrow on Snapchat, Instagram, and maybe I'll go live on Facebook in the afternoon, afternoon sometime and talk about some football with games, predictions, and who's going to win and why. So truly, we'll do that. But guys, have a great night. Love each other, respect each other, and we will see you next Saturday. Thank you all. We'll see you next Saturday. Love each other, guys. Make sure you do that.